Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the spellings for Year 4 for this week. We're going to be continuing with our theme of homophones and near homophones that we started last week. Now, the reason we have continued to do this are we do have lots of children who select the wrong homophone a lot of the time, and this means their sentences are generally would be incorrect. So the whole point of doing this is that it's not just about spelling the word correctly, it's also about knowing what the word means. Okay. So quickly then, just as we looked at last week, the thing to remember are that homophones are words that sound the same, but they have or can have different spellings and always have different meanings. So we're going to be looking at lots of different types of sentences today. Just to remind you that if we had a sentence like this here, we've got the lorry driver completely missed his junction because of the thick mist on the motorway. So you can see in this sentence we've got the word mist used twice. Okay, it is a homophone, and you can see clearly how it makes the sentence have completely different meaning. If you put those words and got them mixed up and had them the wrong way around, the sentence wouldn't mean the same thing at all and would be incorrect. Okay, the first two spellings that we've got this week are check and check. Okay, so same sound, different spelling, different meaning. And what I've got on the page here is I've got two different definitions. I've got to examine something and to write one of these out to pay for something. Okay, so one of these words goes with each of these meanings. Press pause now and press play when you're ready to see the answer. Press pause. Okay, as you can see then, to examine something is to check it. Okay, and that's this spelling from up here. The other one is a little bit unusual at the moment, or these days. Checks are something that are becoming increasingly obsolete, not used so much now because we do a lot of electronic payment of goods now. But back in olden times, back when I was a bit younger, a check was something that you could write out and pay for something. Okay, it would authorize the shop to take some money from your bank account. So it's a way of going shopping without money, and it's like the kind of older version of using credit cards or store cards. Okay, the second words are second pair of homophones are a bit more straightforward. You've got the word cereal and cereal. Again, two different spellings, two completely different meanings. So you've got two statements here. One of the words are something that you might eat for breakfast, and one of them is that should say TV program that has lots of parts. Okay, so to excuse the typing error. Press pause while you're having a look at this and press play when you are ready to come back to me. So press pause now. Okay, welcome back. Well, you can see up here, something that you might eat for breakfast is a breakfast cereal. Okay, this comes from the Greek goddess, the name for the Greek goddess of agriculture, who was Ceres. Okay, or Ceres. Okay, so it's cereal with a C. And down here we've got a TV program, complete with typing correction. A TV program that has lots of parts will be a TV series. Okay, so one part in a TV series would be a serial. So that's where you get the S coming in there, the S series. Okay, next pair of homophones that we've got are stairs and stairs. Okay, same sound again, different meaning. So I've got two definitions here, one for each. Something that you might climb and something that you might do if something interests you or catches your attention. Press pause now and press play when you're ready to resume. Press pause. Okay, so looking at our two sentences here, something you might climb obviously is a flight of stairs, and that is the way that this is spelt. Something that you might do if something interests you or something catches your attention is you might stare at it. Okay, so stairs in this case here means to look or intently look at something or stare at it. Okay, this is one that people tend to get wrong quite often in class, and that's through and through. Okay, quite often if I am asking for one, I get the other, and usually it could be either way around. So you've got two potential definitions here: a past tense word for throwing something, so something that you've done in the past when you've thrown something, and the second one is to move in and out of something. Okay, press pause now and press play when you're ready to come back. Okay, so past tense word for throwing something. Well, there's a clue there. The word throw is there, okay? If you are to throw something, then that would be present tense if you are throwing it. Past tense would be through, T-H-R-E-W. You can see the link between the two words there. And the second one here, to move in and out of something, is to go through it, okay? To walk through a doorway, okay? And we looked at the oo sounds before Christmas, okay? So through and through. Our final pair of words are two unusual words, or words we don't use that often, and that's draft and draft. Now, one of them we use quite a lot in the classroom, and one of them we don't. So you've got two definitions. Cold air blowing through a gap under a door is one of these words, one of these drafts, and to write the first version of a story, and that's the one we use in the classroom. Okay, when I talk about first draft, when we write before we edit and we redraft, we write the first draft. So which one goes with which definition? Press pause now and press play when you're ready. Okay, so you can see here the cold air blowing through a gap under the door is a draft. Okay, draft spelt like this. Okay, and then we've got the draft when we're writing a story is the one that's probably phonetically spelt correctly, you know, as we say it, is this draft, and that's what we use when we talk about editing and redrafting. Okay, the independent task for today, I've written up here, you can see all of the spellings for the week. I want you to take one of each pair, so one of each of the checks, one of each of the cereals, one of each of the stairs, one of each of the drafts, and one of each of the through, and I want you to put each of them into a sentence that proves you understand the meaning of the word. So I'm trying to get you to understand what, you know, what the two different words mean, what the two homophones mean. So at the end of this session, you should only have written 5 sentences because you're picking one from each pair. That's it for spelling for the moment. We'll be setting you some activities later on in the week. Goodbye for now.